Hey guys, I have tried to film this intro about 4 times now and I just can't get the words out. Basically, the reason that I'm filming today and the point of this video is because I wanted to share a side of myself, a side of university, a side of life that probably isn't always shown on the internet, and that is being exhausted. I'm exhausted. I'm just tired, man. I'm so tired. Over the last month, I have been taking on so many things, completing so many huge projects that I'm really passionate about and that I really love. University has stepped up a gear. Everything is getting very important and serious, and I was working in overdrive, and that was necessary to hit all of the deadlines that I was given, and everyone needed something from me kind of all at once, and I was just trying my best to, you know, keep every plate spinning without dropping one and smashing it into tiny pieces. Yeah, there was just a lot going on, a lot of very important stuff. I decided to upload every weekday to YouTube, which was so dumb. It seemed like a good idea at the time. But basically, I think I'm someone who, I love being busy. I love taking on as much as I possibly can because I want to do all of these things. I genuinely want to do everything, and I'm having to admit to myself that I can't, or at least that the sacrifice for doing all of these things is like my own well-being. And so you may have noticed that I didn't upload at the beginning of this week, even though I was supposed to be uploading every weekday, and that is because I couldn't. I just had like nothing to say, I had nothing to give. I had these like massive bags under my eyes. I got so ill. I just drove myself to a point of exhaustion where I just got like so ill and gross. I had like a stress rash up my side, which again was unpleasant. Maybe TMI, but we're being real here, okay? Well and truly, I burned myself out, and that happens. It happens, okay? And I just got into a rut where I had no creativity left to give. My brain power was low because it had been working so hard. I kind of finished a lot of very important things yesterday, sort of tied them up with a little bow. I took last night just to chill and sleep. And so today I thought I would film, not to say, don't burn yourself out, that's a terrible thing. We all know that. It's more to be like, okay, look, it happens. It happens sometimes, and it's more about, today I need to pick myself up and dust myself off and be like, it's gonna be fine. And basically just get my mojo back a little bit. And so I'm trying to dedicate today to just getting back into the swing of things, getting my shit together, and getting my life back on track. I think that YouTube can be quite oversaturated. Even this channel can be oversaturated with productivity and organization and motivation, and sometimes you do fall into a pit of feeling none of those things. And so I thought I would kind of share how I'm getting myself back to that point. If that makes sense, I don't know, but that is the reality of what's happening today, and so I wanted to share it. So let's do that. Today is a self-care day. Roll the title sequence.
On tonight's program, ladies and gentlemen, we have something that's going to make you sick.
Okay, so first things first, I have sorted myself out a good breakfast because I've said this before, I will say it again, I cannot function without breakfast. And in spite of knowing that full well, I have been neglecting having breakfast. It's just something I've not been doing. I've been telling myself I didn't have time for it, but I do. So I've just gone for some granola and yogurt, and that's what we're gonna do. This morning I'm gonna do 3 hours in the library just to kick off the day so that I can almost justify spending the rest of the day just sorting out my life. A really big thing for me is that sense of guilt whenever I'm not doing my degree. And so I'm trying to sort of alleviate or ameliorate that kind of struggle by going to the library first thing, spending 3 hours there, getting work done, and then coming home, and the rest of the day is my day off. Before I head to the library, I'm going to sort out this big old pile of washing up. Just cleaned the surfaces and sorted out our mammoth pile of recycling because it's recycling day tomorrow. Washing up is done. I've been listening to an audiobook while I do that, and now I'm heading off to the library. Just getting rid of some post. We get sent so much rubbish through this door. This is where I lived in my first year at uni. That was my bedroom up there. I've just been to the greengrocers on my way home from the library to pick up some fruit and veg. It's so much more sustainable and way cheaper to buy from a greengrocer's rather than like a big supermarket. Like all of that would have been covered in plastic, so that's definitely something I'm making like a conscious effort to do more of, is just buy more sustainably. But my plan for right now is to bulk cook some lunches for the next week. So this is something that my PT recommended to me, and it's basically to bulk cook chicken in like a casserole dish or like a big baking tray, and then just cover it in sauce and put it in the fridge, and then you can have it in sandwiches for like the whole week. So then you've got your carbs, you've got your protein, you've got some salad in there too, and that can just go as a packed lunch in like a wrap or a roll, and it's the perfect library or on the go lunch. So that's perfect for me. I did do this last week as well, but forgot I'd put the chicken in the oven, then went out and had to phone all of my housemates desperately being like, please tell me one of you is in the house and can stop it from burning down. Thankfully it was fine and actually tasted delicious, but like the whole point of this exercise is to kind of like minimize stress, not maximize it. So as long as I remember that I've actually put it in the oven this time, it'll be an improvement. Guys, what the hell, it actually looks kind of good. It's basically chicken that I put in the oven, seasoned, and then added like a buttery chicken kind of sauce thing, and I thought it would go nicely in wraps, and then I can have that in the fridge and it will do me for the next couple of days, so that I don't have to think about making lunch and don't have to actually use my brain. And that is me sorted for lunches for the foreseeable future, so that is one less stress to deal with. This is going quite well so far today. Also, while I was at the shop, I got these flowers because my girlfriend basically is the charities kind of officer at my college at Durham, and this academic year so far she has raised £2,000 for charities, and like it's January, she's smashing it. That's more than any charities officer has ever raised for charities before within the college, so that is just insane, and I think it's very important to hype people up when they're doing incredible things. So I've got some flowers and I'm going to write her a note with my typewriter, which could be difficult, but that is my next challenge. I think it might be quite therapeutic actually to like type out a note on a typewriter, so that's what I'm going to do, and then go and drop it around. I'm gonna go and deliver those now, but first I need to tackle my bedroom situation because, well, I'll show you. So, this is kind of what my room looks like at the moment. I know that it's an absolute state. I'm embarrassed to even be putting that on the internet, but it happens, okay? And I know it's so cliche to say like, tidy room, tidy mind, but I genuinely think that it will help. So my next kind of task for the day is to just give this room a proper tidy, put some music on, enjoy myself whilst I do it, and just, yeah, give this a big old tidy up and sort it out and bring some sort of order back to my life. You can officially see the floor in this room. It's looking very tidy. I'm very pleased. Whilst I was doing that, I was just listening to the Song Exploder podcast, where basically artists talk about songs that they've written and the whole process of making it kind of into a reality. And so I was just listening to the Hosier version, his episode of the podcast, which is on his song Nina Cried Power. I'd also really recommend Mumford & Sons Beloved and Lord's Sober. Such good episodes. The flowers are delivered and waiting for Sammy for when she gets in from the library. And the next thing I'm going to do is use my yearly planner. This is a 2020 yearly planner from my brand, Ink Outside the Box. On the day that this video goes out, it will be the last day of our 50% off sale. So if you want to grab one of these, you can on the Ink Outside the Box website, which is inkoutsidethebox.co.uk, and you can get 50% off by using the code JACUARY. But anyway, the reason I brought out a range of planners is because I use a planner and swear by a planner every single day. And whenever I want to get organized or kind of reset, I just go back to my planner and plan out the foreseeable future in as much of a capacity as I can. So that's what I'm going to do now on these kind of weekly spreads. But one thing I'm going to do differently that I don't normally do is actually schedule in days off. Just once a fortnight, I'm going to give myself a day off to have active relaxation where there's no stress, there's no guilt, I can just chill. And I think that will probably do wonders for my brain. I think that I sometimes think of days off or days where you don't do much work as not being very productive, but actually today, for instance, has been so productive for my kind of headspace and my mentality because I'm actually just working things out, and this day has made me realize that I need to actually schedule these in. So that's what I'm gonna do. Like I said, it's your final day to get 50% off one of these bad boys. It is the perfect planner, trust me. I'm just saying, use the code January for 50% off. Okay, so since I last filmed and formulated a proper to-do list, I've basically been going over each task one by one and thinking, A, can I do this right now? And B, if not, can I plan a day specifically when I'm going to do it and make arrangements to make this thing possible. So I had a few jobs which were kind of not urgent. They didn't have a specific deadline, but they needed to be done. For example, I am the social sec of my climbing club and I needed to organise a social. So I've done that now. It is I'm a cuts climber, get me out of here themed. That was a very easy task to just tick off the to-do list. Also, I am on the exec for TEDx Durham University, so like TED Talks at Durham. We are holding our own independent event, and I am speakers rep. So I have been emailing out potential speakers who I think are inspiring and wonderful and would love to hear them speak. So I've reached out to them, had to do quite a lot of admin kind of emails, but that's good, that's sorted. And various other things which unfortunately I can't tell you about yet, but 7th of Feb is going to be the big announcement. So look out for that, be here on the 7th of Feb at 5 PM. This is huge. For now, I am going to make myself a good comfort dinner. I absolutely love a stir fry. It's so easy to make, and so that's what I'm going to make for my dinner tonight. I think what I'm going to do is double up on everything so that I can have this again tomorrow as well. What I'm trying to do is just minimize the amount that I have to do in my daily routine and kind of planning ahead. Like, I know tomorrow is going to be quite a busy one, so if I can just take the pressure slightly off because I have time now, that is a good thing. One thing that I've been thinking quite a lot about today is just about minimizing opportunities for stress. So just taking one step back and thinking, how can I make tomorrow less stressful? How can I make Sunday less stressful? Rather than always just being caught up in the moment and taking things off as I go, I need to sort of be thinking a little bit more about the foreseeable future. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a stir fry. We're ready to walk. Good Lord and good gracious. The final thing that I need to do today to get my shit back on track is wash my frickin' clothes because they're stinky, and I am on my last pair of pants, and it's for everyone else's benefit as well as my own. So that's happening. All of the rest of this video was filmed yesterday, but I'm coming to you from the future, or like the present day. When you watch this, it'll be the past. That's confusing, but I didn't want to leave that video there with no kind of reflection or resolution. I just wanted to say really quickly that this was the best thing I've done for such a long time. I really needed that day of just getting back to grips, feeling like I'm in control again of everything that was going on. So I guess the reason I'm posting this is as a reminder to you to look after yourself and tell you that no matter what is going on, no matter how crazy and uncontrollable things seem, you've got this. This has been a self-care day in my life. This is the end of January. Thank you so much for all of the support over the last month. It's been absolutely insane. For now, I've been Jack Edwards. Don't forget that you can get 50% off my yearly planners for the rest of the day using the code January. Give this video a like if you liked it. Maybe share it with someone else who needs to take a day off, and subscribe for more from me. I will see you soon. Bye-bye!
In case I don't see ya, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.